Hi guys, this is gsmo.com and I'm here with the unboxing of the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite. We've already unboxed and reviewed the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 late last year, and now it's time for the Lite version, which basically keeps the CPU, RAM and screen and also the big battery, but changes the camera setup at the back side. Now this phone should be priced at around $400 to $450 in most countries. It was unveiled on April 30, so it's still rather fresh and we got it here for an unboxing. Okay, so first things first, this is the version we have and it's called Midnight Black, 6 gigs of RAM, 120 gigabytes of ROM. Now, at first sight, it looks very similar to the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 before it. Only the camera design has been changed a little bit, as you can see here. Now it doesn't protrude anymore and we do not have telephoto cameras. We don't even have one, but more about that later. It's an unboxing, so let's see what's inside the box of the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite. As usual, Xiaomi will be offering you several nifty accessories. And here we have the metal key used to access the slots. I mean the two nano SIM card slots. We don't have micro SD. And here we have other useful stuff. For example, we got the manual, user guide and warranty card. And then there's a case which is transparent and dark gray or black, however you want to call it. And that's about it. Okay, now we go further into the box and here we have the hefty charger. And it's a fast charger which supports 30-watt charging. It has an USB-A connector and well, that's about it. Just so you know, the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 also came with a 30-watt charger. Okay, and finally, last but not least, there is the cable which goes from a USB-C connector to the USB-A connector. And as usual, Xiaomi doesn't provide headphones, but in some parts of the world there may be some bonuses which bring free headphones. Now this is the phone itself and I have a bit of good news. It's a premium build. It's got glass at the front, which is, as you can see, 3D curved on the sides, Gorilla Glass 5 protection. Also glass at the back and also 3D curved on the sides for symmetry. Between them there's a pretty strong layer of aluminum, the metal frame, which measures 9.7 millimeters in thickness. It's a bit of a beefy phone at 204 grams, which is actually 4 grams lighter than the Xiaomi Mi Note 10. Okay, let's talk specs. So the screen you're seeing right here, this one is an AMOLED, 6.47 inch, Full HD Plus, HDR Plus support, very much like the Xiaomi Mi Note 10, only not as bright and without always on display as far as we know. Aside from the hue we have here, the phone also comes in a special nebula purple and glacier white. Now we go on inside where you find the familiar face being the CPU. Qualcomm Snapdragon 730G. It's an 8nm octa-core processor which also comes with an Adreno 618 GPU. The phone comes with either 6 or 8 gigabytes of The phone comes with either 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is of the LPDDR4X kind, and storage-wise there are versions with 64 and versions with 128 gigabytes of storage. UFS 2.1, just in case you were wondering. No microSD card slot, but we do have something special here. It's a 5260 mAh battery with 30-watt charging, and if I were to take the impressions from the Xiaomi Mi Note 10, this battery is going to be a blast. Now inside this screen here we have embedded an optical fingerprint scanner and also a cutout here. There's a notch for the 16 megapixel selfie camera. The Mi Note 10 had a 32 megapixel selfie camera, and then we go to the back side. As you can see, the quad camera setup has changed here and it doesn't protrude. We have a generous amount of flashes here. So we have a quad LED flash, there's a promise of AI here. The main camera is a 64 megapixel shooter with a special Sony sensor. It's the Sony IMX686, which by the way is also present on the Pocophone F2 Pro just launched. And then we have an 8 megapixel ultra-wide camera, 2 megapixel macro camera and 5 megapixel bokeh camera. That's about it. There's 4K 30 frames per second video capture, and I think we're pretty much done as far as the camera is concerned. Otherwise, there's Wi-Fi dual band, there's dual SIM slots, There's 4G LTE and Bluetooth 5.0. We also have GPS, NFC, and at the bottom you can see an USB-C port and, surprise surprise, an audio jack. Made it alive and well. At the top side you can find an infrared emitter here, which is used to control a TV set-top box, and the air conditioner in this hot summer which is about to drop. Aside from that, we're running on Android 10 with MIUI 11 on top, and I just found a way to trigger the app drawer. For a while now I've been thinking that you cannot have an app drawer on a MIUI 11 phone. Well, actually you can. You go here, you have regular or with app drawer, and you get your fix. Aside from that, the phone is supposed to have a 91% screen to body ratio, which I feel is kind of optimistic. What's for sure is that the bezels are narrow and also pretty curved. Now I want to get a quick glance at the camera interface of the Mi Note 10 Lite. Now you have 2x zoom, only digital. You have the ultra wide option. You have the full 64 megapixel shot. You have the portrait, the night, panorama, and the pro. And something new here, it's something called the vlog mode. This is useful for vloggers. It includes special options and filters like travel, memories, holidays, stop motion, things that vloggers will actually get to enjoy. Well, not right now when the travels are banned, later on, maybe next year. Okay, so that's about it. This is the first contact with the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite here at gsmo.com. Let me just access the website right now. The keyboard feels a bit cramped. That's one impression. Otherwise, this feels like a pretty heavy and beefy phone, but if I were to keep in mind the review of the Mi Note 10, it should have a fantastic battery life, pretty good processing power, and the camera, I have a feeling that the main sensor will please us. And I feel that the camera is somewhere between the Redmi Note 8 Pro and the Mi Note 10. That's my feeling about the phone and the first impression. We'll be back with a full review very soon. This has been the unboxing of the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Lite. Sorry for that. Bye bye.